I didn't even tell you guys the story what happened to me last week. I flipped a cop off with the bird, an undercover cop, and he pulled me over. Yeah. I guess technically, yeah. No, that's why he came up to the window and he's like, so I'm pulling you over because of, But at the end of the day, he fucked up more than me, so he said he was giving me a warning, but he didn't even give me a piece of paper, which everyone I asked to were like, well, if he didn't give you a piece of paper, then he didn't give you a warning. But he still could have made a note on my file or whatever. He did run my shit, but it was the quickest. You know, usually when a cop pulls you over, you're like sitting in your car for like 10 minutes. It was literally like 2 minutes, dude. Like, he took my shit, he walked over to his car, he got in, and I, like, took out my phone. I was like, well, here we go. This is going to take a while. And I started, like, looking at YouTube, and then I just heard, like, ka-tunk, and I look in my rearview mirror, and he's already walking back to me, and I was like, oh, fuck, is this bad? Like, at first I was like, am I about to get arrested? What the fuck? Because he almost crashed into the back of my fucking car going, like, double the fucking speed limit on 41. Like right where you turn onto the intersection where you turn down to go onto Siesta Key. Like I was driving on that road, I'm doing like the speed limit, and I'm in the middle lane, and I see that the right-hand lane is open, and if I get in the right-hand lane, I could probably make the light. So I didn't tap my brake, nothing. I just changed lane. I looked in my side view mirror. There was no one there. No, I didn't need to. There was no one there. I changed lanes, and then all of a sudden this dude comes screaming in like a fucking bat out of hell. Almost like I had my pool vacuum on the back of my truck, and like I instantly thought like, here goes my pool vacuum's about to get fucking destroyed. This guy's gonna smash into me. And he was just a white SUV with tinted windows. And I was like, and I'm like, he literally made me like jump out of my seat. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like I saw him coming in my fucking rearview mirror, and he scared the living shit out of me, dude. He was going, so he had to be going 60 on 41. So then he's behind me all the way through the intersection, and then we get like across the intersection, and the left-hand lane opens up. Meanwhile, he's riding my. No, we're in a race. And he was like riding my ass the whole time too. He didn't even back off or anything. And I was like, now this fucking asshole's riding my ass. On top of almost crashing into me, he's just riding my fucking ass like 12 inches from my rear bumper. And then the left-hand lane opens up, so he starts to go around me, and I don't try to speed up. I don't try to block and nothing. I just let him pass me because I want to give him the finger as he goes past me. So as soon as he starts passing me on my left-hand side, I turn and I look full dead-on eyes into the fucking tinted windows and just flip the bird like hard. I'm like, fuck you, like fucking mouthing it real hard. Fuck you. And he's screaming past me. Yeah. And he's screaming past me still. So then after I filled in the bird, he taps his brakes and matches speed with me again. So we're window to window. I still can't see in the vehicle, but I double down. I fucking give him the finger again, even harder. I go, fuck you, dude. Like with my finger up the whole time. And then the lights go on. And I was like, fuck. Oh my God. And no, I was just like trying to feel. I'm like, how much is this ticket gonna be? What the fuck is he gonna? Because I know he's gonna try to fucking pin something on me. My window is up. He couldn't hear me or anything. And I didn't yell, actually. I just was, like, mouthing the words, like, very clearly. Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing is, so I pulled over, and I'm super respectful with cops, like, even when they almost ran me in the back. So, like, he came over to my window, and he was like, I was like, hey, how are you doing? You know, I just want to say I'm real sorry about that. If I knew you were a cop, I wouldn't have flipped you off, you know. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm pulling you over today because your pool vacuum on the back there is blocking your license plate, and that's a criminal offense technically. And I was like, really? It's a criminal offense, huh? He's like, yeah, and then he said something else too. I forget what else it was. Oh, and you changed lanes when there was a solid line, and you're not supposed to do that. And so let me get your license information. But I was like super nice, and I like gave him my license, and I was like, he was like, you know, you were at a, he made the mistake of saying to me, you were at a dead stop, and you decided to change lanes. And I said, no, wait a second. I wasn't at a dead stop. I was going the speed limit. You were going some other speed, man. And like, you scared the crap out of me. I said so. And that's why I was so mad, was because you scared the living shit out of me. And I thought you were going to crash into my fucking pool vacuum back there, you know, and that's how I make my living. And he was like, yeah. And then that's when he like went back to his car, and then he must have thought about it and been like, okay, if I give him a ticket, he can like be like, let's get the records of his vehicle. Let's see how fast he was going when I was changing lanes. Let's look at that shit. So, and then he came back. No. And then he came back and he went, so I'm not. Come on, you bitch. Is it going straight now? Yeah, so he came back over. He said, I'm going to give you a warning for the tag, for blocking the tag. You know, you can't block the tag. He was like, July 1st, that became a criminal. It can be a criminal offense. Nah, I don't know. I blacked out a little bit. But yeah. So I'm going to give you a warning for the tag. You got to get that moved. And, you know, but at night, you gotta put it back on the other, you gotta put it on so the lights can see, you know, that's a concern too. It's gotta be illuminated. So basically telling me every day that I work, I have to take my tags off, move them, and then at night put them back, and all this shit. But either way, no, I know. But it's been like that for years. I've had so many cops behind me and never pulled me over and go, hey, your tag's being blocked. You know what I mean? He was just trying to make a point. But he said, he goes, and I'm not going to give you a warning for the illegal lane change, because that'll stay with you longer. So I'm just going to give you a warning for the tag. Like he was trying to be my buddy all of a sudden. Just hoping, I guess, that I wouldn't fucking make a stink about it, which I'm not gonna, of course. But you know, he knew he fucked up. He knew that he was lucky, basically, that he wasn't calling his sergeant to say I crashed the fucking car again. And not only did I crash it into someone's vehicle, I crashed it into, apparently he had a $2,000 pool vacuum on the back of his truck. So I totaled his truck and the vacuum. Oh, how fast was that going? Like 65? Where did it happen? In a 40-mile-per-hour zone? Yeah. Okay, turn it in today. The gun too. Alright. Dude, he literally, I'm telling you, he went from like 60 miles per hour to 40 in like one literal second, dude. And like, if he hadn't, like, there's no doubt my truck would have been totaled. Yeah, he did. He proved it. It was like in this fucking game. Like, he went from going fucking... It was insane, dude, how fast. Like, I literally saw my life flash through. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking die. My pool vacuum's gone. Like, all these fucking thoughts went through my head, and he just somehow stopped like an inch from my fucking bumper. It's crazy. Yeah, well, I'm thankful for that. That's for sure. But dude, like,